Oh, yeah, I know.
Go ahead.
You all set?
Yep.
Okay. I'll bring this Town of Vinalhaven Board of Selectmen meeting to order for Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. Number one is roll call. Present is Tom Anthony, Lad Olson, Peyton Warren is absent, Leslie Dyer, myself, Elizabeth Bunker, and Marjorie Stratton. Number two, we don't have any additions to the agenda, correct?
I don't have any.
Okay. Number two, approve agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Number three, minutes, approve the minutes from the August 26, 2025 meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Abstain.
You abstain, yep. Number four, approve and sign treasurer's warrants, number 11.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Number five, communications. Marjorie, do you have anything? Nothing? Okay. Number six, speakers from the floor. Alan?
Yes, good evening. You may not be aware, but next week is the area advisory board meeting. It's the last meeting before the winter schedule takes effect. And I want to bring up, if there's a consensus, I want to bring up the fact that we do not want that winter schedule. We want to keep the 4:30. And two, if they're adamant about keeping the winter schedule, we want to make sure that, I want to request that the Sunday schedule go back to January, not start in November. That's when they only go 2 round trips a day on Sunday.
4 round trips a day.
Well,
Yeah.
they take out that,
Right.
they, instead of going at 7 and 8:45, 10:30, they go at 8:45
Mm-hmm.
and then at 1:30.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Unacceptable.
bad enough in January when they do it, but when they do it in November, that just messes everything up.
I would also like to stress the fact that there's no reason they can't keep the schedule until,
Daylight savings.
yeah, what am I trying to say? The January, for that, but also, what was the other thing we talked about? Can't remember. Because they're not gonna do the 4:30.
Well, the daylight
Anyway,
savings, the 3:15 schedule starts on the daylight savings,
Right,
ends on the first Sunday in November. That's way too early to start a
Right.
3:15 schedule.
Agree.
They shouldn't be doing it at all anyways, I mean,
Agree.
I think we can all agree on that.
I don't see why, if they wanna change it, why can't they wait until after the holidays? People don't have time to shop, or kids are traveling a lot.
Sports, yeah.
Basketball, or even just getting to appointments because you don't wanna go in the summertime,
Yeah,
so.
well, anyway, yes, I think we are all in consensus with,
that's what went into the commissioner's report, the annual report to the commissioner. We had brought up that we were still opposed, since 2020, we're still opposed to having the 3:15 schedule back. We're still opposed to, I don't know when the Sunday started going in November. I argued it last year because I thought that was the start, and Bill said, well, it was that way last year, and I didn't remember it being that way the last year.
Well, I have a copy of the 2019. Couldn't find a copy of the 2020 one, so I think it was 2020 when it changed, because this schedule has 3 different schedules. So the shorter Sunday schedule was just January and February. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
That's one of the things.
That's one of the things. The other was
But
when did they go back to 3:15? When did they drop the?
This one, in 2019, they started in November. November and December, it has the 3:15.
Right, yeah, that's when daylight saving time ended, the first Sunday in November.
So what you're gonna bring up at the Ferry Advisory Board meeting is just the Sunday schedule?
Well, I'm gonna bring up, we don't want that 3:15 at all. We want it 4:30
Okay,
year
okay,
round.
I get you.
And then if they insist on keeping that 3:15, at least keep the Sunday until January. don't go into the Sunday, don't chop the Sundays off until January, like they used to. Because Bill said, well, we got rid of that fall schedule. The fall schedule was, winter schedule, the 315 went into effect, but Sunday didn't change.
Yeah, there's only 2 sections now. They
Right,
eliminated,
it used to be 3.
yeah.
Well, it was 1 in 18 and 19 or whatever, they went back to 315.
Mm-hmm.
So, what other islands get their schedules changed? I know Matinicus,
North Haven doesn't. Matinicus's schedule is
Yes.
based on tide, so that one's never set in stone.
Right.
And then they're constantly messing with the Frenchville and Swans
Swans.
Island, and I think that's also tidal as well. Because they have, one year they say, well, you go to Thursday on this week, and then it's Wednesday on that week, and they're always fighting to get their propane and stuff when they can, and I don't know what the deal is with that island. Sometimes Frenchville only gets 1 trip a week, sometimes it gets 2. Frenchboro, I mean,
Frenchboro.
Frenchville's further up north.
Right. Go ahead, Marjorie.
I don't think any of them have a 3:15 stop time
no,
for last boat. They all go to 4:30 or 5. I mean, I wouldn't swear to that, but I'm pretty,
it's
pretty
later than
confident.
3:15. I said it's later than 3:15,
Yeah.
regardless if
But-
it's 4 or,
The problem is that we don't have the boat captains with us. They want the 3:15 schedule, so that works against us.
One,
And they're the ones that initiated that safety assessment back in 2018 that was issued in 2019.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what they keep going back to.
Yeah, that one captain
Yeah.
is the one that,
but with the
and our
upgraded,
schedule, ours run and North Haven's run until you get to the FT rule, we're basically the same run, so if they can go at 5 o'clock, I can.
yeah,
But I'm not a captain, so I don't.
with new ferries and updated equipment,
Yeah.
shouldn't be an issue.
If the routes are safe enough, so the Coast Guard wants to pull out the buoys, and why can't they run in the dark? If they can run without a buoy, why can't they run in the dark with them?
exactly. Oh, Lord, it's a discussion that we've had many
Well, I
times,
just
and
wanted to make
it's,
sure we were on the one page before I went over there and argued. I didn't want to argue if there's no
oh, no, we're,
consensus back at
I
home.
think we all
Yes.
agree
I
that,
think everybody in town will be right behind you.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
problem at all.
so,
Definitely.
good. Thanks, Alan.
No, thank you.
Yeah, okay. Is there anything else? Yes, ma'am.
How do you do?
Good, how are you?
I know that Phil Crossman made this presentation to a previous meeting about a vacancy tax. But as owners of a building and business, we really feel very strongly that it needs to be instituted. Main Street has very limited number of restaurants. We added food trucks, but their schedule's erratic. And the foot traffic this year has been diminished enormously. Before we look at a ghost town, because all it will take is a couple of businesses going out and there will be no retail. And the foot traffic from the day trippers is significantly down. It was just initiated by Portland. It's
Right.
across the country. It's not unconstitutional. And you have 2 absentee owners that control 2 important buildings that both house restaurants, one of which was historically the mainstay of this village. And to let these landlords get away with this, and we're speaking as landlords, seems utter insanity. Those buildings have remained vacant since the end of the building that was, well, the last time it was
The Nightingale was,
Nightingale,
COVID,
and then on the other end, Antoine.
right,
It's a serious problem.
I agree.
If a few businesses go out, and it's not impossible to see, it's already happening in Rockland. You know, the town, when people look at a town, they don't look at the residential, they look at the main street. And we're one street, and with basically the only retail operations start with the bookstore and end with a gallery. And if any of us go out, we're cooked. On top of which, you've got a restaurant that's been sitting vacant for over 3 years, and the other one, we have tried, Emily, Lane spoke to Antoine, I spoke to Antoine, I think the only thing to wake him up will be a vacancy tax. He doesn't care about this town, he never has. And we're entitled as a community to tax somebody who refuses to look at the needs of the community or be reasonable about a rent. We know what he's talking about, and as landlords, we know it's out of the question.
What was his reply to you?
I'm sorry.
What was his reply to you when
His
you,
reply is it could be anything, and the kitchen doesn't need any work, it needs to be gutted.
right,
And I'm open to any rent, that's not true either. And then he thought it should be a pizza restaurant. First of all, he comes here once every couple of years, he spends 2 days, he wanders around, and now he's lost the one guy who was doing any repairs, he's gone, and won't be back. So you've got a building that's moldering, his rents are, we know as landlords, it's out of the question. You can't ask people to pay year-round rent when business really is predicated on maybe 4 months if you're lucky. And he's, I don't wanna call him a liar, let's say that he's absent a few brain cells when it comes to really acting as a responsible landlord and purportedly a member of this community. On the other end, you've got people asking a wildly unreasonable price for a building that nobody in their right mind would pay given what needs to be done. But maybe a vacancy tax would wake these people up, because the rest of us are doing our best to maintain buildings, keep the rents really reasonable so
Right.
that people can survive. What are you running a business for? And watching the foot traffic this year, I would say significant drop. And we can speak, as luckily, the season has been okay for us. And yes, we are a seasonal business, but something's got to be done before you look at a Main Street that becomes vacant, and it doesn't take much.
Right.
So,
Margie had her hand
go
up
ahead,
first.
Marge. No, you go.
What Barbara's talking about is, I don't know if you're all aware that Portland just adopted this vacancy tax, I guess they're calling it. Okay, so you're already
No.
aware of that. I can get a copy of it for you, but the other thing that happened today is that Ellen Ellisoffen from the Planning Commission asked, she was asking about getting the Planning Commission together so that they could discuss this additional, or I don't know if it would be a separate ordinance or if it would be part of our land use ordinance. It's part of the research that would have to be done. So it's kind of rolling along. I looked briefly for the vacancy ordinance that Phil Crossman and George gave us, and was that a couple of years ago?
I don't remember
I
it.
couldn't find, and I remember them
He
coming.
came in and spoke. I was
Yeah.
on, since I've been on the board.
Right.
But he didn't, I don't remember him posing any idea or plan. He just,
Wasn't it about like historic downtown
yeah,
or something?
different thing.
Okay.
No,
but I
it was
think-
it was a vacancy
Yeah.
tax
I
or
don't
vacancy
remember that.
fee or something like that, or trying to regulate the vacant
Yeah, I thought he was just
storefronts.
kind of feeling us out for what,
Okay.
but I don't remember him having a plan.
The issue that came up, the biggest issue that came up is enforcement, how do we enforce it? Who's gonna enforce it? That kind of a thing. So I had a brief email exchange with Ellen, who was on the planning commission, and I said that, now that we're finished with our shoreline zoning amendments, why don't you get together and start some of these discussions? They wanted to talk about short-term rentals, and then she brought up this, the vacancy thing. So, I think that's the route that we'd wanna take, to, have the planning commission
Right,
look into it.
yeah. Yeah, Barbara?
I just think it needs to be acted on sooner rather than later, because it won't take much to see downtown become a hollow shell. Two stores go out and two important buildings sit vacant.
Oh, we're all in agreement, totally agree with what you're saying, and Marjorie and I talked about this the other day, and, it's something you can't just do overnight, but definitely if the plan commission can pull together an ordinance, maybe it would not have to be in the land use, but I don't know, something that,
Would it be just for downtown?
well, for businesses, I mean,
Commercial.
I mean, it would be, yeah, commercial. I mean, I don't know any other area that it would apply to, but down street, right? Really? I mean, I suppose you could have it from the ferry to the, well, to the
Your business district.
net factory.
Would grandfather step in somewhere along the line, would they say, well, it wasn't that way when I bought it? Would you have to wait till the next owner takes it over, or? Can you-
I think, I have no idea. I mean, maybe the Mid-Coast Council of Government they could ask advice from that.
MMA too, probably.
That was.
What's
that was
that,
one of
Tom?
the-
Main municipal.
Yeah, that, yeah, you know who I'm talking about, what's his name?
Dan DeBoer?
DeBoard, that was here
Well,
before?
not Dan, but the other,
Oh, Matt,
Matthew. Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of. But anyway, Alan,
That was one of the comments that I heard when they were discussing it on with Portland the other night on the news. Is one of them saying, well, you know, the building's been that way for years.
I think they were talking
You
about,
implement it now, or
Congress
there's
Street, I
ownership
think.
changes?
I'd have to go back and see the article.
I totally agree with all it's shame for the buildings to sit, but I'm with Marge on like the enforcement end of it. They're never gonna pay the tax. They'll put some fake business in that you're never gonna be able to prove. I don't know,
You could get our minimum so that.
yeah.
I don't think we should throw our hands up in despair, though.
No, I
I
don't
think we need to
should.
look at it and see.
Vet it out.
Yeah,
It needs to
What,
be
I mean,
dug
what, and
into.
what's gonna go in there? What, I mean, foot traffic's down everywhere, it ain't cause of the Main Street is down, foot traffic's down in Auckland, it's everywhere this summer.
Well, people wanna eat and they wanna shop.
Yeah, I
We're
agree
on
with that.
We're sitting there every day, so we certainly, we're not talking off the top of our heads. And you can't put in a fake business. Either person pays rent. There have been people who have tried to go into what was 64 and then became the next. Antoine has put up every possible barrier to a business. Our food truck people would love to open a brick and mortar. They can't do it because he is incapable of sitting down and making a legitimate deal. And then when he talks about a pizza oven, then you know that he's talking foolishness. That kitchen is indescribably awful. So you either provide a reasonable rent, but these are two businesses, both the empanada truck, and we don't wanna lose them, anything but they have to have a place to be able to operate in inclement weather, and they are both young entrepreneurs, both sets. He set ridiculous prices for his rentals, which is another story, but it's obscene. And now he dickers with them, but he doesn't have any intention. And enforcement, he has to pay his taxes. If he doesn't pay his taxes on the building, he is in trouble. And if he doesn't pay a vacancy tax that goes into effect. But these are people who have tried to talk to him. They are getting nowhere.
Well, I mean, I was thinking, and this would all have to be looked at and, to find out, but if it could be applied to their real estate tax, any kind of a fine like that, I don't know, so. No. Anyway, thank you. We all agree that it is sad.
He's also looking, by the way, at the Payne Homestead.
I know,
He doesn't care.
it's falling down.
It's dry rot, a huge piece of granite fell, and he asked me for somebody, and then I realized he wasn't paying any of the workmen on this island their bills. He's notorious for it. So I think it's time to wake him up a bit.
We're just fortunate to have had him come to the island.
Yeah,
So,
here 2 weeks ago.
he was, yeah.
what's that, Millie?
He was here a few weeks ago.
Oh, I don't even know the man. I've never seen him. I have never laid eyes on him,
He
so.
was pointed out to me, I had no idea who
I
it
don't know who it
was.
is. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate your concern, and you ladies have beautiful buildings. You take excellent care of them, and I've never heard a bad word, except you don't have petite sizes.
No, but we have a lot of, one year they want long, the next year they want short. Do our best.
Think of me.
I hope you guys enjoy it, and that is a godsend.
Okay, thanks a lot, ladies.
Thank you all.
Appreciate it. So we will move on to committee and departmental reports and appointments. 7A, downtown project.
So there's a lot going on. We're still waiting for Jake Barber to get the rest of his documents that he needs. He got the bid on the stormwater drainage. Once he gets, like the bonding documents and insurance documents that he needs to present to us, then we'll not negotiate, we'll be preparing the contract documents. He's doing, the JBI is doing the water district pipes too. Let's see, we're gonna schedule the first pre-construction meeting with JBI soon. And after that happens, we'll have a more firm timeline that we can advertise to people and talk about laid down areas for materials, things like that. The boat ramps, Dan Ford Enterprises won that bid. So again, we're still waiting for those final documents from him, that are required for insurance and bonding. Reconstruction of the boat ramps will begin early next year, and we'll be sure to keep one or the other of them will be open, so there'll be access. For the parking lots, we're putting together the final designs. Brent will be out on September 30th to present the plans to the selectmen, the final plans, and also we've got the final report for that crib work, the Shore and Harbor Planning Grant that we had. So that's completed, and he'll present that report to the selectmen on September 30th. So stormwater, fall 2025, boat ramps in the spring, water main in the spring 2026. The roads and sidewalks will be 2026, 2027, and then final paving in the spring of 2027. As I said, Woodard and Curran staff will be out Tuesday and Wednesday, September 30th and October 1st. What's this one? Oh, and there's we're gonna start up the stakeholder meetings that we had monthly meetings and we stopped during July and August. So the next one will be September 24th at 8:30 in the morning. People typically Zoom into those meetings, but they are also welcome to come here and be at the town office. And it just talks about, answers questions. A lot of people have questions, and gives the latest information about the project, if anybody wants to attend that. So does anybody have any questions? Things are rolling along.
Any questions?
Wait. 7B, Public Works.
Oh, I don't even know what to say.
Kids are all doing good in school?
Kids are doing great in school.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
important part.
That
Beyond
is,
that,
that
everything
is,
else.
very quick meeting, high five.
Yeah.
But thank you for allowing me to be late. Right now, we're really just focusing on around the Island Road, getting those sides backfilled, to strengthen that tar. There's a place where there was a ledge, and Jake is going to be fixing that, I think, next week. And then the overlay will take care of that with the overlay as well. That's really been the focus. We've been out tar patching, and then 2 days later, we're out tar patching
Again, yeah.
and out tar patching again, so we've gone through about 28 tons in the last several weeks, so it's It's a lot of tire patch laying down, doing the best we can, but just remember, I'm not a magician.
No, never one.
No, I mean, you know, I got the looks and the smarts in the family, but not the rest.
I forgot to wear my boots.
And do we wanna talk about, Marjorie, do we wanna talk about the trailer tractor?
Oh, I do have that. So there's some equipment, we have that new tractor, so we could, get rid of the old one.
So,
And there's a, oh, go ahead.
so for the tractor, the transmission's pretty bad in it. Reverse is almost not there. Well, sometimes it isn't there, sometimes it is. But there was some discussion amongst my crew, and they were wondering if, because it's in such poor shape, the bucket's no good on it, it would need to be like probably taken apart and welded and repaired and so on, and the V-plow is, well, it's a handmade V-plow, so it is what it is, but we were talking about the possibility of giving that to Tony Limbo, because he does a lot of work for us, especially in the winter. He does, you know, he's out there snow blowing for us all hours of the day and night.
Unpaid, yeah.
And he doesn't charge for it. We throw a can of gas at him once in a while, but that's really it. And I just feel like, you know, it might be a nice gesture. We're not gonna get a lot of money for it if we got anything at all for it. That maybe just as a, you know, and he maybe fix it up, maybe he'll use that to help with sidewalks or what have you.
Fine.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
As long as we can legally do it, I don't have an issue with it.
$1 or something, I think, you know.
We don't have to put it out the bid legally.
No, there's an article in the town meeting that allows you to dispose of, what does it say?
Yeah.
Excess equipment at your discretion?
As you see
Yes.
fit, yeah.
And then I have a poly sander, that was in one of the old, pickup trucks. And it was too big for the new truck, and too long. It's still in decent shape. I think we should just put that up for sale. I would have to check to see what to sell it for, but I'm guessing probably $1,000. And I'm not sure if we have the controls or not. I'll have to check. But, I mean, I assume just get rid of that. And then also we have our big trailer. The wheels and the brakes are frozen on it. We don't have anything to tow it with anyway because the Western Star, the glad hands on that. I'm looking at you because you know what glad hands are, you probably don't, but the glad hands we've replaced 3 times and they just keep falling and rusting right off the thing. So, I mean, we have nothing to tow it with anyway. So I was wondering if we could sell that. Jake Stanley has interest in it, and I would like to sell that to him for $1,500. And the reason that I would like to sell it to him is because also when we need something moved, he'll do it for us for nothing because
Right,
we help him, he helps us.
right.
We've got a pretty good working relationship going.
Keep the trailer local and still have access.
And
to it.
and he'll fix it and repair it and we'll still have access to it without having it. So, I think 1,500 is fair. I mean, it needs new brakes, it needs tires, it needs a new, pot and so on, so.
So sell the poly sander,
Yep, sell that, I don't know, I mean, we could
just
ask.
advertise that?
I would advertise it, cause I'm not sure if there's anybody even that
Okay.
would be interested in it, but I thought we could try it. It fits a 8-foot bed, not a 6-foot bed, so.
Maybe there's 2-3 companies that do.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, even Gino maybe.
Gino or the Joneses or.
Right,
Yeah.
somebody might.
Yeah.
And if they can, then great, it gets it out of our,
Yeah.
we've got 2 other stainless steel ones up there, but they're junk, they've been sitting since before I got there,
Yeah.
so I'm hoping maybe I can, talk somebody into cutting those up and just taking them for the metal. If that's okay too, I should ask that. Can I have those cut out and just have somebody take it?
They're not serviceable, then
No, they're,
Yeah, I guess we're all in agreement.
alright, good, thank you.
Alrighty, is that it?
That's it for me.
Okay, thank you. 8, old business. A, mass notification system.
You have a revised proposal. They took,
With open minds, Pam. Feel it, open,
Just the,
I hear you, Milsu.
okay.
no,
you guys said you were gonna track it for a little bit, number of calls.
I didn't
this
track
is
number
a-
of calls. I did instances where we would have put out a notification versus like people that called to ask for information. I just tried, me and Millie both did, tried to think of times we would have used it. And I do have,
But one of the reasons for this last time was to try to cut down on the number of calls you guys are fielding. For information.
Right. So, I just do my notes. Where are they?
do you need this? Or?
No, I haven't, thank you. So they did change the proposal. They came down on the price, they came down on the term. And I wish we had the the dashboard of it so that they could see it, but so some of the things, like for me to communicate would be road closures. I've got 3 that are gonna be coming up this fall that will be affecting all of North Haven traffic. And there'll be, let's see, 2 on the North Haven Road and 1 at Trotton Park, so this would be an area that I would use this. All snowstorms with parking bans, water over the roads, public program announcements, large project updates, dump full, like, so, no, they're not accepting wood, they're not accepting whatever, that could go in there. Parking lot closures for the 2 or 3 things that happen every year for parking lot closures, because apparently people aren't aware of that either when they're trying to clear it out. Office closures, severe storms, training announcements. And if you look between all of the cost associated and split it between the different sections, I don't think it's really an extreme amount. I have not, I don't have all my notes where we did the calculations to the new
I
price, but-
didn't write that.
But, it would be, 500 for the setup now, instead of 1,000, and 2,300 annually a year. And they said that they did want 2-year agreements simply because of the, amount that causes them to set it up and put everything together. So that's my end, Punky, I'll let you chit chat.
I don't really have anything else to add, other than, talk to him on Thursday, I think.
Yeah,
Just briefly, there is no yearly increase. Since they've been in business, once you, set up your account with them, they have never raised prices. So we don't have to worry about like it going up every year after that. And they said after, we get a agreement with them, it's approximately 30 to 45 days for them to do their implementation, and then we could be up and running.
I still, I mean, the original reason for this was to cut down on the number of phone calls you guys were getting.
Well, it's part of it,
Well, I mean, we already, I mean, if you're getting,
it's to
what I get, I
Increasing
guess my concern
town
is,
engagement.
Hmm?
I said it's also to increase town engagement and access, I guess is the word I would use.
I'm not sure that this will accomplish that.
I guess.
I'm not.
I think that we're throwing darts at an empty board, without knowing and without trying, so,
Are there other municipalities using this?
yes, a lot of them.
And do we have feedback from them?
Not directly.
Marjorie?
Why do you think that it wasn't used the last time we had this software? I guess I'm trying to.
I didn't know
I
we
keep
had
going
it.
back to that.
When did we have it? When did we have it?
Exactly.
Andy bought it,
Must have been before I was on the board.
and then we started getting invoices for it, and I said, "What's this?" And nobody knew what it was, and I said, "Well, you know, nobody ever got the training, nobody used it, so I stopped paying for it. I canceled it."
I don't remember Andy buying it.
I don't remember.
That's just it, I mean, it probably was one of his ideas that just never was acted on.
Can I ask another question? How do people sign up for this?
This is that's part of the integrated database. They must work with carriers. They set up a database with numbers. I don't understand it.
You mean they get people's text, people's cell
Numbers.
phone numbers?
So they must have polled the citizens unless they were pulling it off somewhere else.
That was
I think you
part
have
of
to sign
their,
up for it.
Yeah.
What does the
Yeah.
ferry one work?
I think
Alan?
I had to sign
I was
up.
gonna say, is that like when, like you go on, like you can sign on to the state's web. It has a thing, and you sign on, it says, like it tells you when the flag's supposed to get dropped to half staff,
Oh,
or
I don't know
or
anything
when the
about that.
offices are closing and things like that.
I've got the
one of
ferry
those.
notifications,
That's the only thing I know.
but it not only tells about the ferry, it tells you like Cushing Road has
Yep.
been closed and then it's cleared. I think it's informative. I think if you're gonna have road closures or if there's a storm coming, having this, I mean, just personally, if I go up and I can't throw away my recyclables, I get really mad, so,
So,
you know, it would be
But
nice to know
I still
that
don't
the bin was
understand.
full.
How do people sign up for it?
So,
There can't be just an automatic.
I
There's-
think it's an opt-out, not an opt-in, so they.
I think you
deal
can do
with-
both.
Right. I
Because
think you
there's
can do both, but-
there's a thing that they designed that goes right on the website. You can put you text a certain number, it responds and adds you to this database, and then you get, you're signed up.
basically, all you need is an ad in the wind saying, if you want this information, sign up here, and then you have it.
And you can also do at the front desk, the little,
QR code.
QR code.
Then you could post on there when the cardboard trailer is full and not to bring your cardboard all the way up to the dump. Wait till Sunday when the empty one is back.
I guess this would call for a motion.
Well, wait a minute, where are you taking them, where are you getting the money?
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, we'd have to it wouldn't be able to be enacted till next year, to put in the budget if we want it, right?
Well, I'd have to look very carefully at the administrative budget to see
Right.
if there was, I typically don't put a lot of extra in, but
Millie?
Could it be considered equipment?
No. Sorry. No, if nobody is gonna make a motion, then
Well,
we'll
if we
keep
don't-
on going.
If we don't know where the money is gonna come from,
It would have to be something we would have to talk about when, in budget.
I think it's premature
So-
to make a motion. Unfortunately, this is only valid until 9/11, so terms.
I personally will not vote for it. I think it's a waste of money. I think there are other less expensive systems that could be explored. That's my opinion.
I think it's a good idea, but I'll probably be the only one.
Tom?
Give me a little-
I need more information before I vote for it,
Okay.
or consider voting for it.
I think the town's made it thus far without having said system.
Oh, come on.
We've got 1,200 year-round residents. There isn't like, and if half the people that are gonna go up there to sign up for the thing are gonna be, or won't be signed up for it. They're not gonna pull every rental house person that's coming here to rent in the summer is gonna get it. There's gonna be 400 or 500 people at best sign up for the thing.
And all those will be on Facebook anyway.
Yes, and all them will be on Facebook anyways.
Most of them are on
And you'll pay
Wayman.
$4,600 for this thing. We won't use it, and it will go like Andy's program, and we'll cancel it in 2 years.
I don't even recall Andy buying this when I mean, he had to have done it when I was on the board, because I've been here for like ever.
well, it was through Civic Plus, and Civic Plus does our website, so it was a company that we were using, that we still use to do our website,
Yeah,
And add on.
but it was a separate contract.
I just don't recall what he bought.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Anyway, with this, discussion is at an end, and we will move on. Thank you, Mel Sue, for your thoughts. Appreciate it. Number 9, new business. A, signed special town meeting warrant and certification of official text for proposed amendments to the land use ordinance.
They have to decide when.
I'm fine with it being the 30th.
Me too.
I'm fine with it being the 30th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, motion?
A motion to sign the special town meeting warrant and certification of official text for proposed amendments to the land use ordinance. Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Thank you.
Okay, so this one is the warrant, so that's just calling the meeting. And then this one certifies that this is a true copy of all the amendments.
Okay.
So I don't want this one.
I won't sign in this spot this
Oh,
time.
you won't.
Like I have the last 2 or 3 times.
You both got scribbles, it won't matter.
I'll do it this time.
I know, nobody's gonna know anyway who signed it.
Oh,
I got a W in front of there, you can see. I see they, every once in
There
a
you go,
while,
Ken.
they have an opposite.
Yay, Tom! What's that?
Plausible, that one's plausible deniability.
Cause see, they swap them every,
I know.
usually it's you than me, but then some of them, they have
Just
them
never
another
know,
way.
they're tricky on that.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay.
Dr. Olson.
I'm glad to know Tom can actually write his name.
But that's not my signature.
All righty, 10, report of town manager.
I received our notice of the local road assistance allocation, and it has gone up a little bit. I mean, last year we got 41,900. This year we're getting 50,464, but hey, every little thing helps, right? So I just received that notice today. We don't need to, I don't know, do we need to bring up the drone ordinance, the business?
think we need-
A
Yeah.
drone ordinance, I don't remember that.
Well, I did some research on it and come to find out that towns can't really regulate it. It's regulated by FAA.
Right.
The only thing towns can do is regulate takeoffs and landings on our own property, public property, parks or whatever, but
Is there a way you could have a no trespassing for, like drones come and look in your windows and,
the only thing you can do is contact law enforcement,
okay?
yeah.
I know that's happened here on the island.
That happens everywhere.
Looking in people's windows?
Very creepy.
Keep it on curtains.
So I've been asked
Yeah,
to
you should.
serve on the so-called EMS work group. You remember all that legislative action that was presented about the ferry service at the last legislative round? And there was one that passed that they had to form a work group to study emergency services on the islands. So I was asked to be part of that group, and our first meeting is going to be later on this month. I think September 17th. We're supposed to have a report back to the legislature by January 1st, so it's not a long time to meet and try to come up with something, but I said that I would serve on that committee.
Thank you.
And we're also getting that, our local committee, the ferry tariff ferry tariff committee.
Advisory committee.
Yeah.
Very- Yeah, I
There
think
you
it
go,
is,
some
yeah.
Ferry Tariff Advisory Committee.
We've got Chet and Cheryl said that they would stay on. They've been on that committee for a long time. Roxanne Tolman, Chelsea White, and Shelby Smith. So we're going to meet not until October 2nd, but we're getting that group together to talk about any of the issues. And we'll develop a new committee formation document, to reframe the goals, like what are we here for? What do we want to accomplish, that kind of thing. So that's starting.
Good.
I think that's all I have, unless you have any questions for me.
Thank you for volunteering for that work group.
Well, they had a whole list of categories of people, and one was somebody from town government from one of the islands, so I fit that bill, so.
You can go for the straw. Enough people volunteered you, so you had no choice.
Bill Pulver and Bill Gary, anyway, asked me if I would do it, so anyway.
Alrighty, all set. 11, report of members. Tom,
All set.
lads, Les, good. Me, I'm good.
None.
And guess what? The next meeting is September 30th, and the town meeting will be before the regular meeting at 5 o'clock.
Do you also want to, just before I publish it, that general assistance appendices need a very brief public hearing?
Okay,
It'll be probably 0.2 seconds. Do you
Yep.
want to try and do that?
absolutely.
Okay.
You have to add
So
that.
does that mean you're gonna be at 4:30?
So that'll be on the 30th.
5, and then.
We can do a
select
public
meeting later.
hearing, special town, regular.
Right.
Did you get that?
One more time, Lizzie.
On the 30th, we'll do a public hearing for the general assistance appendices. Then go into a special town meeting for the land use ordinance, and then go into a regular selectmen's meeting.
Right.
Okay,
All starting at 5.
okay.
So all you people out there, that special town meeting for the amendments to the land use ordinance, September 30th.
5 o'clock.
PM.
Is that here?
Yes.
Don't forget to get a moderator.
Yes,
Thank you.
I've got a note to do that. Right
Oh,
here.
Oh, right on, right on, no Pam. Okay. Anything else on that? We all set? Okay, number 12, adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Alan.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Peter.